Back, Super Bowl 55 here in Tampa allowed thousands of local workers to earn some extra cash. But I-Team investigator Adam Walzer has uncovered not everyone who worked got paid, despite state-of-the-art technology used to track their every move.
This was something that we were looking forward to because of the lack of work.
George Smith and his fiancee Jill Gratian have worked at events for Allure Management for 2 years. But before this year's Super Bowl, there weren't many other recent opportunities.
Our supervisor told us last year they paid the employees in Miami $500, so we was like, wow, we want to work the Super Bowl.
They went through training and arrived early Super Bowl Sunday morning at the state fairgrounds to check in for their shift.
So we was there at 9 a.m. on time because we had to sign to get our badges.
Barcoded badges were supposed to track their hours and where they went.
Every area you walked in, you had to scan in.
They say their badges were scanned repeatedly as they got on the bus, arrived at Raymond James Stadium, and checked into their workstations.
Well, when you clock into the machines, your picture shows up on there.
The picture showed up.
And they tell you, okay, you're good. You're clocked in, you're clocked out.
Before and during the game, George and Jill took lots of pictures as they helped fans find their seats and reported issues to security.
When I was doing what I was told to do.
They were at Raymond James Stadium until long after the last fan left. How many hours did you two work that day?
About
15.
About 15 hours.
But as weeks passed, their promised paychecks didn't arrive. Finally, they called their supervisor.
And when we contacted her, she was like, oh, George, we already paid everyone. Your name and your timesheet wasn't sent to me. It don't make sense how they lost us. And everyone else got paid.
Allure was a subcontractor for Century Guest Services, which was a subcontractor for Safe Management, which contracted with the NFL to supply workers for the game. Those companies also were supposed to perform background checks and track the movements of temporary workers inside the stadium. How could you just disappear from the computer?
I don't understand it myself.
George and Jill contacted all the contractors, provided proof they were there, including the candid photo Jill took with one of her childhood idols, who she met at the game.
I got a picture with Miley Cyrus there. How else would I run into her?
She got a picture. She ran into Miley Cyrus in the bathroom.
They say they were originally told those photos weren't proof they worked at the event, only that they attended the Super Bowl, which Jill says is preposterous.
I can't afford to go to a $12,000 event.
After failing to get answers, George and Jill reached out to the I-Team. We called Allure Management, and a manager said the company still doesn't know what went wrong, but they're working with the main contractor to get the couple paid. George and Jill said their checks can't arrive quickly enough.
We got things that we need to pay, you know, and without that money, we having a hard time and having to borrow to pay our bills.
Allure Management says that George and Jill were in their system and were compensated after attending a mandatory training meeting. The company says that they were the only two out of their 100-member team who haven't been compensated for their work at the Super Bowl. I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walzer taking action for you.